Hey guys, what's going on? So real quickly guys, I want to share with you guys a couple of tips to help you guys out with your Herbalife business. This has been very profound for me guys, how you guys can take just a couple of years work and put it into 1 year, right? So like taking like 5 years, 7 years, 10 years worth of work and put it into 1 year. I know a lot of people say, well, you know, coach, I feel like I can go at my own pace, things like that, right? But then of course, you know, like let's be honest guys, a lot of times going your own pace is gonna burn you out. You'll lose motivation. You won't feel like anything's working, right? And so let me give you guys some tips if you guys are really, you know, wanting to accelerate your business, because it is possible to accelerate your business and move faster. I'm gonna give you guys 6 tips. They're gonna help you guys out, okay? So number 1, you guys gotta sacrifice, right? And what I mean by sacrificing is this, right? Sacrificing the good for the better, right? The good for the great. And so if you know you find yourself going out all the single time, like all the time, or you're playing video games all the time, or maybe you're, you know, watching 4 or 5 hours of TV, right? Then it's okay to sacrifice that time so you can spend more time focusing on bettering yourself, getting better results, and helping other people get results on their Herbalife products so that you can build your business. And so sacrificing is a big key to any kind of success, because what happens is that when you sacrifice, you allow more room for that time for you to utilize to grow and get better, okay? So sacrifice is key to be able to take 10 years of work and putting it into 1 year, right? So we could take 10 years of work and put it into 1 year. Number 1 is sacrifice, okay? Number 2, know your triggers and avoid them. So if you know that, you know, TV is your trigger, right? Avoid TV, right? If you feel like, okay, I gotta go watch TV because, you know, TV triggers my emotions or whatever, right? Or, you know, drinking alcohol, you know, brings down the way I feel when I feel bad, right? Avoid those things, right? Or if, you know, smoking causes me to do X, Y, Z, or being around, you know, this kind of environment, like this is what you guys want to avoid. Avoid those triggers, right? Know your triggers and avoid them, okay? This is what's going to help you guys. What happens is when you know your triggers and you avoid them, you spend less time, right, focusing on what triggers you. You spend less time on what like triggers you, and you're putting more time and effort and energy into that. When we can be putting more effort and time and energy into our Herbalife products, into our Herbalife business, and into our Herbalife distributors and customers, right? Number 3 is surrounding yourself with the right people. Now, guys, I want you to think about this, okay? Think about the people you actually surround yourself with. Like, think about the people who you hang out with, right? I know you guys are like, well, you know, that doesn't really matter because it's my family or it's my friends. Guys, being able to surround myself with the right people has literally accelerated my Herbalife business like times 10, because the people who I am around is who I'm going to end up becoming. And if I am around people who are not trying to thrive and trying to be successful, if I'm not around people who are celebrating my wins, if I'm not around people who are growing and getting better and getting stronger and expanding, right, in the mindset, expanding in the business opportunity, expanding to these events, expanding with product knowledge and things like that. Like, if I'm not around those kind of people, my business will not grow. It will take a lot longer, and I'm fighting that much harder because I don't get to pull from, or I don't get to be able to share that same energy from people who are growing. And so you guys know that who you hang around the most is who you're going to become. If you're around people who don't care about their health, guess what, guys? It's going to be hard to grow your Herbalife business. If you're not around people who care about building an extra income, then it's going to be hard for you to build extra income, right? So the next one is surrounding yourself with the right people, right? The next one, be coachable. Be coachable, right? Now, you guys, here's a crazy thing, right? When you guys take on the form as an upline, right? Here's the thing. As you grow in the business, you become somebody's upline and somebody's mentor, right? But you still have an upline. And so like being coachable is so important, because what I learned, guys, is when I became coachable and I did everything my upline said or my mentor said, I grew faster. I didn't ask questions. All I asked was, tell me what to do to get there and I'll do it, right? Tell me what time to meet you. I never backed out. I never flaked. I always did what they told me to do, guys. And when I started doing that, right, before, like, I'll give you guys a story. When I didn't do it at first, because at first I didn't do it, right? I didn't pay attention to my upline. I didn't do what the supervisor said. I didn't do what the president member said, right? And it cost me 1.5 to 2 years of my business, guys, where I did not excel. And I wasted a lot of business. I wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of product knowledge, right? Because I was not coachable. I was always arguing with my upline. I did not listen to what they were saying. I always had to contradict and counterfeit what they were telling me and rebuttal, and it caused me not to grow. And that's something that humbled me as well, is being coachable. When you're coachable, you're going to grow just like that. And being coachable is being told what I've been told to do and I go do it, right? Like in football, when my coach tells me something, in order for me to play, I have to be coachable. If not, he will pull somebody else from off the bench and he will play them, and I will not have any playing time, and I cannot get mad at my coach for playing somebody else because I was not coachable. And so being coachable is literally one of the biggest keys to success, because a lot of people aren't coachable, but when you become coachable, your success will fly through the roof, right? The next one, guys, is taking fast action. Fast action is better than slow action, and here's the reason why. Action is what creates the miracle. Action is what creates the result. If you want to make $2,000 in your business, if you want to make an extra $500 in your Herbalife business, don't wait when your coach gives you something. Don't wait when your upline gives you something. Don't wait when you go to an event and you're writing down notes. Do it now. I have found that, guys, my business has accelerated like instantly, guys, instantly. Not the next day, like I'm talking about instantly, guys. Like I'm talking about volume points raised instantly the same day when I took action. And so taking action quickly, taking action fast is what gets results fast, right? Like if you take longer to take your shakes and your tea, you know your customers aren't going to get results fast enough. You know you're not going to get results fast enough. And so it's the same thing with the business opportunity, right? Like if you take slower action, you get slower results. So the whole like, oh, you know, everybody's slower, everybody pace themselves, right? Like that's just kind of like a myth, because when you take your time, you get slower results. It's just pretty simple, guys. There's nothing to think about, right? So take faster action and you get faster results, right? You take like, guys, if it took you 10 years to do something, you're going to get 10 years of a result, straight up. But if it took you 1 year to do something, you're going to get results in a year. That's it, right? And the last one, guys, is fail and fail forward, right? Guys, I can't tell you how many times I failed. But when I failed in the opportunity, right, like I might have failed a wellness profile, an Herbalife wellness profile, but I failed forward because I learned that, okay, in this next wellness profile, I will not talk like this. In this next profile, this is what I'm going to deliver. In the next profile, I'm going to make sure that I actually have a sample of Herbalife tea to give somebody, so while I'm doing a wellness profile, they'll actually try it, and I can actually make sure that they're excited about what they're getting into, right? Next time I can actually share my results instead of actually saying, hey, you know what, this is what, you know, I think you should do. No, here's my results. I'm down, I'm down a certain percent of body fat, right? I'm up a certain amount of muscle, right? And this is what's going to work for you. And so one of the biggest things is fail and fail forward, guys. There's no way you guys can be successful in this Herbalife business unless you fail, and it's okay to fail, because every entrepreneur in this business has failed at some time or some sort. So hopefully you guys can take this information. I want you guys to implement it now. Like I said, guys, take action, be coachable, fail and fail forward, because the more you fail, the quicker you're going to succeed. I love you guys so much. Make it happen, and let's get it.